I stood in front of my bedroom mirror, smoothing the fabric of my dress against my skin. It fit me perfectly, accentuating every curve. And as I caught my reflection, I saw a glimmer of the life I thought I'd built, a life I believed was unbreakable. My husband, James Carter, was everything to me. A successful architect with a warm smile, aged always made me feel like the center of his world. Or so I'd convinced myself. That night, we attended a party at the sprawling home of one of his clients. The chandeliers sparkled, the wine flowed, and I felt proud to be by his side. But then I saw her, Lillian Brooks, his new assistant. She hovered near him, her laughter too loud, her hand brushing his arm too often. I watched, a knot tightening in my chest, but I brushed it off. James loved me. H never hurt me. I was just being paranoid. On the drive home, though, he was quiet, his hands gripping the steering wheel a little too tightly. "Is something wrong?" I asked, my voice soft but laced with worry. "Just tired," he muttered, his gaze fixed ahead. I leaned my head against the window, a chill creeping through me, but I told myself it was nothing. I was wrong. Later that night, I slipped out to pick up a gift. I'd hidden for James's birthday a watch I'd been eyeing for months. The roads were dark, quiet, and as I pressed the brake to slow for a turn, nothing happened. The pedal sank uselessly to the floor. Panic surged through me as the car spun, the world blurring into chaos before it slammed into a tree. Pain exploded through my body, then darkness swallowed me whole. My last fleeting thought was of James's distant stare and Lillian's sly smile. When I came to, I wasn't dead, but I might as well have been. I was trapped in a hospital bed, surrounded by beeping machines and sterile white walls. Tubes snaked into my arms, my legs, my throat. I couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't even open my eyes. But I could hear everything. James sat beside me, his voice trembling as he whispered, "Please wake up, Emily. I need you." His hand squeezed mine, warm and familiar, and tears I couldn't shed burned inside me. Then she came, Lillian. Her heels clicked against the tile, her voice dripping with fake sympathy as she murmured, "I'm so sorry, James. I'm here for you." I heard the rustle of her sleeve as she touched him, and my stomach twisted. She lingered, her perfume a sickening cloud. And as she leaned close to me, she whispered, "You never deserved him." Her breath brushed my ear, and I caught the faintest smirk in her tone. Then, a flicker, me eyelids twitched. She gasped, a sharp intake of breath, before muttering, "No, just a spasm," and leaving me in her wake. Inside, I was screaming. I wasn't gone. I was alive, trapped in this useless shell. And I knew the truth. Lillian had done this to me. The next time she came, she confirmed it. Standing over me, her voice low and venomous, she said, "It was so easy, Emily. A little cut to your brake lines, and poof, on tragic accident. James is mine now." She laughed, a cold, hollow sound, and ran her fingers through my hair like I was her doll. "Too bad you can't tell anyone. I'll take care of him, don't worry. He'll forget you soon enough." Rage boiled inside me, a fire I couldn't release. I wanted to claw her apart, to scream until my lungs gave out, but I was powerless. Silent, helpless. Days bled into each other, and Lillian sank her claws deeper into my life. I heard her with James, her voice soft and coaxing as she urged him to move on. "You need to let go," she'd say, and I could picture her hand on his shoulder, her eyes gleaming with victory. She brought him meals, rearranged our home, even suggested selling my car once she'd sabotaged. Piece by piece, she erased me, and I could do nothing but listen as my world slipped away. But I wasn't alone. My best friend, Sarah Evans, came every day. She'd sit by my bed, her voice trembling as she held my hand. "I won't give up on you, Emily," she'd whisper. "You're still in there, I know it." Her faith was a lifeline, pulling me from despair. One day, I heard her mutter, "Something's off with Lillian. I don't trust her." Hope flared inside me. Sarah saw through the lies. And I clung to that spark, vowing to fight harder. I focused every shred of willpower on moving just a finger, a blink, anything to signal I was alive. It was agonizing, like pushing against a wall of stone, but one day, my finger twitched. Sarah gasped, her voice breaking with joy. Emily, was that you? I fought again, and it moved a small, deliberate jerk. She cried, laughed, recorded it on her phone, but the doctors brushed it off as a reflex. Sarah didn't care. I believe you, she said fiercely. We'll fight this together. Lillian grew bolder, but cracks appeared in her confidence. She suggested moving me to a care facility, her voice smooth as she told James it was for the best. I heard the panic beneath her words. Sarah's persistence was unnerving her. Then came Detective Mark Reynolds. His voice was steady, sharp, as he questioned James and Lillian about the crash. He didn't buy their story. I heard him at the wreckage, muttering, "This wasn't an accident," and my heart soared. He was digging, piecing it together, and with Sarah by my side, they were closing in. I wasn't just a victim anymore. I was a survivor burning with rage and resolve. Lillian thought she'd won, but I was still here, fighting from the shadows of my broken body. I'd claw my way back, expose her, and take back everything she'd stolen. She'd underestimated me, and that would be her downfall.